Hey guys, I'm Steven with Myers Paranormal. Today we're filming out here at New Canaan Church Cemetery. So just gonna do a walkthrough for now, and we'll come back later and we'll do the Spirit Talker app and the K2 meter. So see what we catch. This is a huge cemetery. The old church right there is the original church to this area. It was established in 1885. And this road right here, it looks like just a simple dirt driveway, but this is the last remaining part from the road. It goes all the way around the edge of the cemetery, all the way over there, and it stops. But through that tree line, it used to go all the way over a good probably 3 or 4 miles back in there into an area called Brown's Pond. That's where my grandmother was born back in 1943 or 44, I think. But, all right, let's walk around and see what we can see today. Some of the Cushing family. Now, this one right here, this is Melissa Kelly. I actually used to work with her mother. She donated some of her body parts to help somebody else live, but she was killed in a car accident in 2006. And some of the popes. We have a lot. There's a lot of old ones here too, but this is just some of the newer stuff on the outside. This is where some of my personal family is buried from my grandmother's side. Here's one of those old ones, 1945. But my grandmother is the person that lived down there in Brown's Pond, and this is where her mother and her father and her brothers are buried, but she's buried with my grandpa at a different cemetery. So, but I have lots of family here. There's a child's grave, 1-year-old. This area over here has got some pretty old ones. I don't believe there's a name on here, but there is a outlining in the marble. This was Jim Bailey Everett, died in 58. This is an Everett here, which you can't really read the stone. Not sure what exactly that said. Of course, right here's Billy Hill, Corporal U.S. Army Korea, died in 2013. Little mini guy, so if you're going to listen, you may have to use your earbuds. Here's some graves from the 40s and 50s here. From the, I believe they're all this one's A2C U.S. Air Force 2011, Mr. Crane. Some of those family outlaws buried here. Wow. Off in the distance there is a helicopter coming. Some of the outlaws, some of the Goldens are buried right here. I graduated with one of the grand descendants of this family. Miss Bonnie, I knew her personally. It's her granddaughter that I graduated with. Sergeant Dwayne was one of her kids, if I'm not mistaken. Now here's a U.S. Army Korea. Died in 86. some of the Bell family. Sanders. I didn't realize that there was actually a few rock stone graves like this one. I didn't think there was, but there is. There's a few in here that there is one but it's not an old one. It was one of my uncles that didn't have the money to have a regular stone, so one of our family members made him one. Kind of skipping through right here a little bit. And, this grave is James Roden Bailey, I think. Boone, private first class U.S. Army Vietnam. Died in 85. I guess that's during Vietnam, maybe. And this one is private first class Macon Haynes, Company L, the 290th Infantry, and it told his number. He died during the First World War. You notice we're wearing coats because it's awfully cold today, so I'm just kind of skipping through right now because there's somebody out checking on their family's grave, and I don't want to include them in the video, just out of respect. But Jesse Floyd Bailey died in 2014, and I had a son named Timothy. I had a wife named Bonnie. Let's see. Some of the Dempsey family. Balls. This one was a child of maybe 10 years old, almost 12. This one is of the Ball family here. The names are covered up by the flowers, so I don't really. Paul and Rosie, maybe. Of course, this one's got to be one of the coolest ones here. It's an arrowhead. Carolyn Hall. Got a Mr. James Ball here. Private second class U.S. Army. Died in 2000. I enjoy this one right here. It's got a cross made into the top of it. Born in 1905, passed in 43, so he wasn't quite 40. This one's Robert Erdwin, died in 1927. Lynette Irwin died in 51. I guess we'll come back over here. That gentleman left, and like I said, just out of respect, I left the area so that we didn't show him. That's how we are. We try to be respectful if we can. This is Jasper and Liddy Gillespie, and there's actually a photograph right there. This one was a child born and died the same day. It was Gillespie. And that one I can't quite tell about it. So here's some of the old ones here. I think this may have been some of the old part of the cemetery. Right up here, I think this is the only wrought iron fence on the whole cemetery, I believe. The only one. And this was a J.M. Davis, 1887 to 1900. So here's some of some of the family here. William Davis, 1850 to 32. Sarah Davis, 82 to 29. This one is Susan Fawcett, 1869 to 1901. Let's see. This one's Layla E. Fawcett, 1887 to 1901. Lester Fawcett, 1906, just February to August, so he wasn't very old. Lonnie Fawcett, 1914 to 1929. 15. Of course, we got a lot of faucets right here, but some of these are broken. Can't really tell what that says. Some of them may be able to tell better on the videos, but this is a Shankles, died in 42, born in 1865. This is a Shankle, 1868 to 1911. Stones like this, very unheard of, because a lot of people around here didn't have a lot of money, so it's still that way today. I think there's just a couple more I'm going to check out over here in this area, and then we'll go over there towards where my family is. (1922 to 23). Lyons Jr. Teddy Hugh. Some of the Shankles family there. These white ones like this are probably going to be military. Charlie W. Smith, Alabama private, first class, 2 Bakery Company, QMC, 1931. That would have been his time of death there. Right here's another one. We'll go ahead and check it out. Mr. John Norwood, Private 108th Infantry, 27th Division, 1926. That's probably going to be First World War, I believe. Here's a strange one. These look like almost like barrels. I don't know if we got names on them or what. Bobby Sanders died April of 22 here. I couldn't tell you when the other one died, but these are a large and a smaller barrel, and inside this circle it actually says Sanders. Okay. And we'll go up here to this McBride. I believe this is Miss Peggy and her husband that passed, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I believe it is. Yep, this is Miss Peggy and Kenneth Wayne McBride. Hers hadn't been updated, but she's been passed for quite a while. He was a private U.S. Marine Corps, Vietnam. I believe this homemade concrete one was for Leroy, but okay. Doyle McBride he was born in 1950, died in 2012. He was 72. This is old Johnny McBride, died March the 8th, 22. Didn't know he passed. I knew his daughter. I knew old Doyle there too. I'm not going there. He was something else. Alright. We'll come on over and go to some of my family now. I believe it's this one is where Ananias Nye is where I get my middle name from. While we going that way, I'm going to stop right here. What is a pretty one? Has her photo and then a staircase and Jesus waiting at the top. Beautiful. Now right here, this one's made of brick for Glenn and Annie Pope. And there's her photograph. It's a homemade stone there. It's beautiful. See who this lady is. Sylvia Talley. Okay. Let's see. Now where? Do what?
The guy's doing the truck over there creeping me out.
I know.
We've been there for 3 hours.
As long as he stays over there, we'll be alright. Now let's see. Where is... I don't come here very often, so I'm not exactly sure where everybody's at. It's back this way somewhere. Right here somewhere. Right here, yeah. Here we go. This is my Uncle Willie. My Aunt Eloise. She hadn't passed yet, but he passed in 2005. And then his brother, right here, this is the one with the homemade stone. I think it's beautiful. Name was Jimmy, born in 55, died in 15. And then this is the, I had this made. It says Jimmy Ray Gifford on it. Of course, I misspelled it, put a G there, but it'll be all right. Right here's a Williams, Sergeant U.S. Army Vietnam. Let's see who else. Some of our other families here too. Over here, okay. Up here. Uncle Willie, his mom and daddy's right here. This is the one I'm named after. Ananias Nye Gifford, 1908 to 1987, almost 80. Of course, Grandma Flora, she died a long time ago, but they've never had her grave updated. And this is Uncle Preacher. I don't really remember the whole story why they call him Uncle Preacher, but he looks so much like my daddy, it was crazy. And now this is, I think this is Zach Eugene Gifford. He was 2 and could not get that crazy kid to stay in his seatbelt. And he got up and they hit another car and he died in an accident. And this is Tammy Renee Gifford. She's some kin, I'm not sure. And Robert Anthony. Now, I remember him. That was my second, I guess I'd be his second cousin. My daddy's first cousin. I didn't know he passed. And then, let's see.
You out that way.
Yeah, they're. Well, that's Griffin, not Gifford. Let's see. Now, right here, this one is, what is her name? Lydia. That was, she's buried right here next to her mom and daddy, Uncle Harvey and Aunt Ovaline. Uncle Harvey was my grandma's brother. She was married to old Poncho. He's a little Hispanic guy, but he was a pretty good old dude there. And then right here was Lydia's cousin, Rebecca. And of course, right there is Uncle Willie and Uncle Jimmy. And Vader is some family friend that I don't know how she's kin, but she is. I believe Aunt Eloise and her were some sort of kin, I believe. Now this was Charlie and Tina. Tina was my Uncle Willie's daughter, and Charlie was her first husband. He got killed in a car accident. Of course, she did too, not very far from where he got killed. But it's our family here, and of course, over there is some more of them. It's hard to keep up with every one of them. Now, before I leave, I'm going to go over to two more graves. There's two people that are pretty special to me. One was Terry Lynn. I don't really remember. Boy, that's beautiful, ain't it? I don't know who all these different people is. I just know my family. There's another one of those. Ooh, that one sunk way in. Lord have mercy. That's one of those brick headstones. And they couldn't afford to have one done. That's what they did. So Terry Lynn's is over here closest tree, I think. When we get over here, I'll kind of tell her story. She was somebody that I went to school with. Let's see, where is her grave? It's one of these. I believe it's right here, but I'm not sure. Right here, Terry Lynn Hughes. Okay. So what happened with her is she was a section cheerleader. Let me get a good shot of her. Real pretty, nice girl, you know. Went to school there, you know, and she caught her boyfriend cheating on her, and she confronted him about it, and she didn't go to school one day, and you know it wasn't like her, so they went looking for her, and her boyfriend had actually shot and killed her. Sad. She was such a good person. And somewhere through here, I don't know her name, but somebody I went to church with as a kid is buried here too. Her name was Christina. She's got a tragic story as well. Looks like we've had a recent death here. That's why that's buried there. Not exactly sure where Terry Lynn's buried at. Not Terry Lynn, but Christina. She's buried over here somewhere. So some more Giffords. I'll have to go over and check them out. That thing's got musical instruments on it. That's pretty. This is a McKee. Had a good picture of her on there. Christina Cochran. Really good picture of her. Not sure her mama and her daddy or something like that. Well, this is pretty. I may not be able to find her grave because I'm not exactly sure where it is. The Dollar family. Over here in our neck of the woods, we really didn't have a lot of money, so I mean, we just had to do the best we could, and some of us had to use just simple rocks. Kenneth Gifford and Maud. Johnny and Virginia Kay. Melinda. And I'm not sure who this one is. I can't quite see it. Let's see. Thomas Edward. I really don't know that I know any of these. Harlan Eugene Gifford. I'm not exactly sure who some of these are. Have to swap hands here. Of course, you can tell we're right on the highway. I'll have to ask my dad where Christina's buried because I don't remember. Tammy Rochelle Baker died 6 years old. Tony Burns. RC and Maudie Burns. Some of the Bradfords. This one died in 78, so he was probably killed in the line of duty if I had to guess. Boy, I like that one. They didn't really have the money, so they had this one made with wood, and Charles Ray Shankles had it made in metal and wood both. Okay. It's getting kind of cold, and we're about to go do a nighttime video at a different cemetery, and this Private First Class U.S. Army World War II, Mr. Loudermilk. Here's a child's grave. Got a little doggy on it. Jared Key Cisco. Born and died March 12, 1975. Look, here's a Hoy Alfred Evans Jr., U.S. Army. Died 1912. Wonder if this was this McKee was the dentist. It is Dr. Barrett and Michelle. There, Michelle still lives here with her kids. He found out that he was dying with cancer, and it was getting pretty rough there. So he didn't want his children to go through that, so he he kind of took care of it early. Mickey Myers. Now I know who this is. This is my daddy's first cousin. He's still alive. Boy, that man loves deer hunting. Charles Pittman, U.S. Air Force, 2011. So it's kind of bare out in here when it comes into like a big cluster of graves. Some of the Dukes, Marvin Gaye Dukes. Here's a arrowhead for Donnie Leon Ball. There's one with looks like the whole family. Pretty good little family picture there. A little cool now. Arnold Robbins and Wanda and had children. Drew Robbins. Oops. Betty Marie Rhines. Some Mitchell. Making our way back to the car. It's getting a little cool now. I'll have to get my dad to show us where Christina was buried, but I don't remember her last name. But she was pregnant and was killed in a car accident. Tracy Elena Walters. Pretty little stone there. Johnny Chandler. Caressa Marino. Miss Anderson. Toilet. I thought that said toilet. Lord have mercy. Frank Hitchcock was Sergeant U.S. Army World War II and Korea. Here's a really good look at the church. Johnny Lester Townsend. Some of the graves. Randall Lyles. Don't know him. Yeah, it's actually it's not a wooden church, it's actually cinder block. But this is all the only thing not original about this church is the roof. But it's the original walls, everything. See if we can't see, and it even has some of the original pews. I'm sure it's hard to see in because of the but yeah, there's some of the original church, and of course right there's the new one. Here's the original. Okay, up there. The original New Canaan Baptist Church, established in 1876. And this cemetery there's somebody out here every day doing something, whether it's mowing or picking up the flowers or whatever, but they are out here every day. And of course, this is our sign. All right. we've done a quick walkthrough, and we'll make another video where Autumn will film and I will walk around with the Spirit Talker app and see if we can't get anything on film for you guys. So thank you all for watching. If you like these cemetery walkthroughs, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys for watching Myers Paranormal.